Hi guys, this is Bianca Saxis and you're welcome back to The Real Ish. Here we do it like nobody else does it, and today I'm about to give y'all a story time on my travel experience from Ghana to the United States. Guys, I know I've been off for a very long time, but trust me, this time I'm back and back for good. So you guys don't want to miss the story time. Stick and stay, I'll be right back. So I left Ghana in March of 2022, which is like just last year. And I feel like it's been 10 years already. Like, I don't really remember a lot of things that I was doing in Ghana. Like, I don't even remember how my life was in Ghana. It doesn't mean that I don't remember where I'm coming from or something, and like I feel like I'm in America, so I've forgotten my past or something. But I'm just trying to say that I don't remember like certain things that I used to do, like my day-to-day activities, what I used to do and all that, and that's okay. That's how life is sometimes. Yeah, the day that I was leaving, my dad picked me up very early in the morning. Like, I couldn't sleep. If you've not watched my video on my visa interview experience and how I couldn't sleep that day, that's the same way I couldn't sleep when I was about to travel. I couldn't sleep, trust me. I could not sleep. Like, I don't think I closed my eyes the whole of the night. And my grandma woke up at 3 a.m. She did banku for me. Like, hey, why would she do it for me? Under normal circumstances, my grandma would not get that time to do anything for me in her life. But that day, she woke up very early and she did the food for me. And then my dad came to pick me up very early, around 6 a.m. as well. We went home to just like stay there for some time and then get ready, pack my things and all that. So apparently my dad didn't want me to take any food. He was like, no, you don't have to take any food. Immigration is going to worry you and all those things. But my mom was like, no way, you have to take food. She has to take gari, she has to take sardines, she has to take everything that's like when you're going to the boarding house you take, because she would just not get up and then like know how to eat their food or something. She doesn't know what she's going to eat there. So my mom convinced my dad and then I took a lot of stuff. And I'm telling you, I took a lot of stuff. I'm not even joking. I had 3 bags, right? One, I think two were filled with food, and then one was filled with my clothing. And I had another carry-on. I had my laptop and like other books and pens, all those other stuff. And then I had another handbag that I placed in. I think, what did I put in? I think like some stuff. I don't know. I had so much. That was how crazy it was. I'm not even joking. So I know. I braided my hair the night before and it was so painful. I think that was also part of the reasons why I could not sleep. My flight was set to take off at 10 p.m. We reached the airport at 7 p.m. and there was so much traffic. So when we got there, my dad is my dad is so much like, hey, we don't want you to miss your flight. We don't want you to miss your flight. So we got there at 7 p.m. So fast forward, we got there. And then I met my friend Samira. We were come to the same school, and guess what? We were on the same flight. Shout out to you, Samira. It was so nice having like someone that like at least you knew before like getting on the flight and all. But to be honest, me, I didn't really care about a lot of things. I didn't hug my mom. I didn't hug my dad. I was just in a hurry to leave. Like, I promise. I was so much in a hurry to just go. So I think I forgot to hug them. But like, we took pictures and all that. And then we got into the flight. We were sitting down. I wanted a seat beside the window, but unfortunately I had the middle seat in the middle lane. That's how crazy it was. I was very sad, but then what will I do? Would you want to go to America or you want to sit at the window seats? Choose one. And definitely I'm going to choose America, so please, I beg you, let me sit in my middle lane. I'll still get to America. So yeah, fast forward, we were in the plane. I think it was a 7-hour flight. It was taking so long. I was just so tired. I couldn't stretch. everything was so like uncomfortable for me. But then like I was just trying my best to be there because I want Japa. Yes. So I sat there, like I was sitting down, like we were all going. I tried taking a nap. I slept for I think 2 hours. I woke up and we had I think 5 hours more to go. They served the food and all that. Before that, when I was coming, my mom told me that the plane food is nice because it's United Airlines, right? So I was like, okay. So I only ate spaghetti. And spaghetti wouldn't like take me throughout like 7 hours of just sitting down there. I didn't take snacks too. That was a big problem. I was just looking forward to the plain food because I trust my mom. She said that the plain food was nice. So I sat there, I was waiting, and I before I fell asleep, I told the woman that in case they start sharing the food, she should wake me up. And she was like, okay. Because I was very hungry, I was starving. Yes, so when they started sharing the food, she woke me up, and guess what? It was wachi and then some chicken and some meat. I was like, God, thank you. I was so happy. Just started opening the food, God. And I just put the food in my mouth. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It felt like whether it was wache with granite soup, I just don't understand the mixture. I was like, what is this? Immediately, I just covered it, placed it down. The one was like, why don't I want the food? I was like, I don't know, I don't feel like eating it and all that. And then they brought the second meal up, I think after 2 hours. That one too, I think it was I really don't remember what it was, but it wasn't so good as well. But the chicken was good, and so I ate the chicken and I left the rest. Then all of a sudden, it was like an hour or like 30 minutes for us to land, and the plane started like going very high. So I started like having my ears were blocking. And I started getting very scared. And that's at that time I had anxiety. So like everything scares me so much. I was like, wait, what's going on? Am I the only person experiencing this? Like, what's going on? What's going on? So like because my ears were blocked and it was getting more like it was blocking. So I just asked the lady beside me that like, why is she also like feeling the same thing? Her ears blocking, like it's her ears blocking. And she was like, yes. Do you have a gum? If you have a gum, you could chew it. And I was like, oh, that's why my mom gave me a gum. And I said, okay. And I took the gum and I started chewing. And then she was like, oh, she wants some as well. So I gave her the gum as well. And then she started chewing as well. And then like my ears started blocking. I started feeling better. Then fast forward, we got to Washington DC. When we got to Washington DC, like it was in the winter, so it's supposed to be very cold. Washington was very, very cold, but trust me, I was not cold because I was too excited. Like I was so excited, I didn't know what to do to myself. So my body was naturally like bringing off heat. Like it was serious. I was not cold. I was walking normally. I met Samira. We went through the immigration. Everything was okay. Like I was not cold. I was just okay. I was not even wearing my jacket. Like I was just fine. I was just walking through because I was just so happy. I was calling this one. My mom kept calling me. My dad would be calling me. Where are you? Blah blah blah. I'm just so excited about everything that was going on. My mom was like, are you not cold? I'm like, no, like the place is not cold. It's just okay. Like it's fine. So I was just doing everything. I was just doing everything okay. So I had to take my luggage into another place, and then after I place it there, then I'll have my hand luggage, and then I'll just take it back to the next plane because I was going to Ohio. Right, I met Samira. Samira only had one bag, so she had it very easy on her. And then, like we were going back to the gate where we're supposed to wait for our next flight because both of us were going to the same school. And then, all of a sudden, I realized that no, there is something missing. Like I feel too comfortable because at first, like there was so much on me, but all of a sudden, it's like there is something. I feel too comfortable. It means there is something missing. Then I realized that, oh my God, my hand luggage was missing. What? What am I going to tell? Like, how am I going to say it? And that hand luggage, if I tell you what was in it, like, good, like, thing. Oh my goodness. I was bringing my auntie's stuff to her in that hand luggage. And that hand luggage, what am I going to say? Like, how am I going to explain this story? Hey, I was like, God. So Samira and I, we started looking for the luggage. We were going back and forth. Then Samira had to like go and sit somewhere so that in case the flight comes, she will not miss it. And also, I was looking for my luggage. I was like, God. So they asked me to report it to the police. I reported it to the police there. And then when I reported it, the police came. I was like, God, this police is so handsome. Oh my God. I was like, God, this policeman is so handsome. And then I told him everything. He was like, okay, you're going to make sure he wrote everything, give me his card. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. So fast forward, like we're still not finding the bag. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I was just like going back and forth. And then I saw a Ghanaian man, and he was like, he left his bag in the other room. So he was waiting on someone to bring it to him. I was like, my hand luggage is missing. I don't know if maybe someone has taken it because I was talking on the phone. I don't know what's wrong. And he was like, I should describe my hand luggage. I was like, it was a brown little bag. And he was like, oh, seems like I saw it there. I was like, oh, thank God, please bring it to me, I beg you. So he went inside, and then by the time he was coming, he was bringing my, I was like, yes, this is it, yes. So he gave it to me. I thanked him so much. So we went back again through immigration, everything, and then I got into my flight. So after I got into the flight and all, I heard that they were calling that if you want to like give up your seats for $500, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, $500. Hey, I converted it to Ghana cedis. I was like, yeah, 5,000 cedis. Jesus, I want to give up my seat. But then I remembered that my school will be coming to pick me up at the airport. So if I give up my seat, what am I going to do? But now I always think about it. I'm like, I should have given up my seat. Do you get it? And I'll text my school that my flight's delayed, so that they come for me at another time. But I was like, I just want to get to the school. I was so impatient. So I didn't give up my seat. And then we flew to Ohio. So we got to Ohio, and that was when I think I started feeling cold. The school came to pick me up, and then we got into Walsh University. So when we got to the school, one of my friends that I've been like texting in the school, she's called Rachel, she came, like she was actually like going home, and then she met me, and then she came to hug me. She took me to my room. Oh, like she was so sweet to me. I love her. And then I got into my room, and let me tell you something. When I was coming to America, I was like, hey, now when I'm coming to do skincare, I'm about to change my life, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Hey, I was very like, I had made plans. Immediately I got there, and I got in my room after I spoke to Rachel. Rachel left everything, and then I was like, oh, let me just go. And then before I even call my parents, and tell them that like I've actually reached the room, and like I'm okay, let me just go and take my bath and change and do everything and do facials and la. So I took my towel and I just like went into the bathroom. So I went into the bathroom and I realized that, oh, I left like my sponge inside the room. And then I went back that I'm going to take my sponge, only to go back and my door is locked. I was like, wait, what's going on here? How is the door locked? How? And I left my key inside the room. So apparently this is how the doors here work. Immediately you close them, it's locked. You need a key to open it. And I left my key inside of the room. So I was like, what will I do? So I realized that my room, like I have roommates, but they were not in school yet. Because I'm an international student, I had to come like some days before school reopens so that I'll get adjusted to the place. So I was like, okay, my roommates are not in yet, but it looks as if someone is in the room. Maybe the person is gone out to buy something or like something, so the person will come very soon. So I sat down in the hall and then I lay down, and trust me, I was so tired. I was just so tired. So I lay on the couch and I covered myself because I saw a blanket that had been used to cover the couch, so I used the blanket to cover myself. Like, I was just sitting down waiting on them because my phone was locked inside the room. Everything was locked inside the room because I didn't put anything out. Then I was just lying on the couch waiting for like someone to pop up. I had not knowing I was asleep. So I slept. I got to my school. I got to my school at 4, and I had slept like I was way gone. When I opened my eyes again, it was around 12 midnight. I was like, oh my God, nobody's still here. 12 midnight, none of my roommates had come back. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So I was like, I think I need to go out and then go and knock on the doors. So with my towel, because if I don't do that, what if nobody comes? Am I going to stay in the room locked up forever? And I didn't know where Samira was. I didn't know her room. Do you get it? So I said, okay, I just covered myself, and then I just went to the room opposite my room. So I knocked on the door. I was hoping that like someone should be inside there. So I knocked on the door, and then one girl came out, and I was like, hi. She was a white girl. So I was telling this girl about how I locked myself out of my room. And so I wanted to ask her if she knew like any of my roommates or something, so that she could call them and then they could come and like open my door for me. And so like we were talking and all that, and she was like, oh, she could call the campus police so that they'll come and open my door for me. So I should actually go inside and go to the hall and sit down. Then guess what? I realized that I had closed the door behind me again. So now I was just having my, like, I was standing in the hallway with just my towel. And I had clothes. And she was like, oh my goodness. And she was like, okay, I should come and sit inside her room, so that she would just phone the campus police, so that when they come, then when they open the doors, I could be able to go into my room. So she made me go inside there. She called campus police. They came to open my room for me. And then the girl, I didn't go and do any skincare again, please. I just went straight to bed. No, I think I took my bath and then I just went straight to bed because I was so tired. I was like, please, because of skincare, whatever I said I'm going to do, I've been locked out of my room. So yes, that's how it was. There are other subsequent stuff that happened. Just let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a part 2 of this, and also if you want me to tell you more about like what happened when I went to class, how classes were, and certain things like that, me studying abroad, and also how you can get here. So this brings us to the end of this video. I'm bringing very good stuff for you guys. You can't afford to miss this. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere. See you in my next video.